Afternoon world, and welcome to Sunday 17th of December, and I'm pleased to report I'm none the worse from yesterday's exploits with the funky farmer. So I was invited over to see Richard yesterday afternoon for 3 o'clock to shoot a video for him. I think it's going to be something around about Christmas, maybe even sort of Christmas special, where he did one of his usual tricks of he bought something off the internet. Now I'm not going to do a spoiler and tell you what that thing was, other than the fact that it was something to eat. And I think he's regretting it more than me. So I suffer with IBS, which is ulcerative colitis, so I've got to be a bit careful what I do. So I only had a very small portion of what he offered. He ate the whole thing. And I've had 4 or 5 gifts from him this morning and messages, and I think he's had a bit of an explosive morning from what I understand. And I would give him some sympathy, but he ate the whole thing. So it kind of serves him right. Right, you gotta move, mate, because I need to give you guys a bail. Come on, in you go. Oh, Patrick looks, you know what? I don't know what it is with that bull, is that it doesn't matter what the weather's doing, he will lie next to the ring feeder, which denies, what, 3 or 4 animals access to it, and he just always lies there. Never sleeps indoors. Tell you what, let's go and sort the machine out first and put the spike on, get the bail, and then we'll shut him in. That's a good idea. You all happy in there? Everybody contented? Wood chip bed still looking okay? We're not going to be looking at that for another day or so. Bit wet over by the feeder, but that's to be expected. Yeah, they're okay. We had a little bit of rain last night, nothing very much, but it's nothing's ever drying up. I mean, we've had no sunshine to speak of for, well, for a few weeks, and the ground is just staying wet. Oh yeah, like the hat, I found this on door handle of my front door day before yesterday, and I think this was Steve from T-Mac. He said, I remember him saying he had a few of these, so I think this came from Steve. Thank you, Steve. So yeah, I like the hat, mate. Right, you got plenty in there. We'll push that up while we're here. Yeah, he thought that was on you. I'll tell you what, I'll push that bit up, then we'll take the spike off this and we'll put it on the New Holland. And then you see me muck out with the New Holland, you see me push up the wood chip with the New Holland, and then you'll see me do some feeding with the New Holland. And we've kind of ticked all the boxes in, and then hopefully everybody will be happy. Stay there. By your noses. enough of that. Right then, shall we? So this is only going to be a short bit of sort of farmy stuff today, which is literally kind of pushing that up, looking at these, giving the guys next door a bail, and that's kind of it for the farm stuff today. I've had to put up a message on my communities board on the channel to say no live feed at 4 o'clock today, and that's because Mrs. P has bought us tickets to go and walk around the Westonbirt Arboretum light show. So our local Arboretum, quite a famous one, every year they do like a Christmas theme thing where they put coloured lights up in the trees, under the trees, up lights, and everything is very pretty and very Christmassy. So I didn't go last year, didn't know I was going this year, but then she told me yesterday that we are, and that we've got to be there. Our time slot at 4:30. Was 20 minutes to get there, so if I did a 4 o'clock upload live, as I said I was going to, you'd have 2 minutes. So maybe I'll do one a bit later. Depends how we feel when I get back. So yeah, so if you wonder why there's no live feed on Sunday the 17th, that's why. It's because I've been kidnapped. Right, so no levers on here to take this off, but we have got little diddy spikes with a bit of red stuff on them, and I think I know how it works. Don't need that. Right, so I think to take the bucket off was that button there and that button there. So press that, and then I think that's it. I think that's off. There you go. In theory, fit on there. If it would just stop being quite so twitchy. Go on, there you go. And then the opposite, press that button, or have I got to? Or will it just lock? I don't know. Oh, so it locks on with that, that's just the unlock. So I'm assuming, yeah, that's just like, I don't know, relay switch or something. So that should be well and truly on there now. Can we see the tab sticking at the bottom? Yes. It says lock in tab there, lock in tab there. He's on. Right, give the cat the bail. I could really do with somewhere I can stick this metal. Anywhere there? Is that metal? No. How about if I do that? No, that don't work either. So if I was going to keep this machine, I'd either have to put a load of GoPro shoes on to mount the camera, or I'd have to get the sticky suction cap and put it on up there or over there. I've just noticed that. How did that get up there? So I think for the time being, that's my only real option. And that's kind of only just stuck on there. So hopefully the camera stays there. Right, bail, what are we doing for fuel? We are on just over a quarter of a tank. lifting it was never going to be a problem. I want to avoid getting the wrap too dirty, if I can help it. Hey, up then. Forgot them, that's the 2 mugs for the tyre right guys when they came and changed tyres over. Go on, down as fast as you can. Right, it's not very quick because I've got the hydraulic set slow, but I think right now, for some of my ability, quick enough. Right, can you see if I do that? Not very well. Well, you see me unwrap enough of those, haven't you? My big bale knife's in the Mustang, isn't it? You went very sharp. Patrick's actually stood up. Go up. In you go. Go up. In you go. And you two, come on. Thank you. Go on, in you go. Mind your toes. This yard wants a good clean out, but that's going to be tomorrow, I'm afraid. Not today. So I was looking at these hydraulic fittings and actually went online to find out about releasing the pressure off. But apparently on this guy, yeah, that one, when you push him in, it releases the pressure. Obviously there's no pressure on there. Okay, so I can't lock the arms up there. On my Mustang at that height, I probably could. I think with this fella, I gotta go so much higher that I won't be able to reach to get the net off. So strictly speaking, this is as naughty as doing it with a skid steer. My saving grace is if this was to fall, it would be caught on there, okay? And I'm pretty sure that if I'll do it on the bale, that if that was to collapse on there, yeah, that will hold the weight of that. Right, the bale came off a little bit then, but little knife's all right, it does the job, but it's nowhere near as good as my granny's old bread knife. Vastly superior for this job. Also, the steel on this thing is so blinking hard, I can't sharpen it on the wall like granny's bread knife. Wait, wait, wait. Patience, mate. All right, now you can go. They were genuinely excited to see that bale. I think what they had left in there was a little bit, well, a little bit past its sell-by date, perhaps. There you go, Luxie. Muck on the wheels. I got it dirty-ish. So I don't know why I bothered washing it the other day, because now I've got to do it again. But anyhow, yeah, dirty, got it. I keep forgetting I got the reversing camera. I still prefer to look over my shoulder though. Just feels a bit more, well, it's what I'm used to. Right, that's everybody fed. I did the cows first thing this morning, so they were already done. The calves, I've got enough for today. They won't be done tomorrow, so that's kind of it really. There's jobs that I could do. The bottom yard where I've just fed does want cleaning out, but that will wait till tomorrow. Yeah, it's Sunday. I'm having, apparently, most of the day off. I'm not gonna fight it. So we're gonna take the spike back off again. A little bit too far. So once again, press the unlock, and that fella there. And then easy as that. Okay, it was only a 2-minute job, but I thought I needed to give him a bell. You wanted to see me driving the new Holland. I've driven it again. Like I said yesterday, my attitude towards this thing has mellowed. When I first drove it, it was way too jumpy and jerky, and I thought, oh, it's just not impossible, but it was going to take me ages to get out of this thing. And it's mainly down to the fly-by-wire. For me, the fly-by-wire is so different to the manual connected mechanical drive on my Mustang. This just felt so twitchy. I'm used to doing quite firm and positive motions to make the machine do what I do. This thing is literally tiny motions. So it's like rewiring the brain. I'm wired up for the Mustang, not this. Could I rewire myself for this? Absolutely, yeah. Could I get used to this? Absolutely. I don't need most of the stuff that's on there. I'm pretty sure with most applications that once you've got a machine set up for what you do, as in your speeds and everything else, you probably never change those settings again. It's just you jump in it, you start it, you drive it, you just don't mess about with any of this. So I could see some benefits, like for me, slowing down all the hydraulics and the drive and everything else to learn it, definitely helpful. If I had this thing on flat out, when Marley delivered it, everything was on high. So it was all really uber twitchy. And it wasn't until I got into the manual and worked out how to do most of this. I mean, actually, you look at it, you don't really need a manual. You can kind of, that's the tool set in. They're all fairly, you know, fairly easy. So, no, he doesn't do that. So I was kind of expecting stuff to go up and down there, but I think that's just the speeds that are showing on different things. So yeah, you can tell me if I've got that set wrong. Some things I've got set on low, which is control sensitivity. Some things I've got set on medium, which is travel speed. And some things I've set higher, which is basically tipping the bucket. Now I'm assuming that's what these are, these fellas here. I'm sure you'll tell me if I'm wrong. Anyway, I think the machine's probably going back, well, this next week for sure. Don't know what day yet. Marley's going to give me a call. He's going to come back down. We're going to have another walk around it and talk about it. I'll be as fair as I can with it. For me, this is probably not the machine I'm looking for. I don't need anything as complicated as this. I don't need all of this. The reversing camera, good idea. But you know what? You can buy a reversing camera for 150 quid. I could fit one to my Mustang. 150 quid reversing camera. Could do it. And you know what? After having that up there, just because the health and safety side of it, of seeing people behind, I got small grandchildren around now. Not that they come down here when I'm here, but you know, for the future, maybe a reversing camera on the Mustang is a good idea. And I might upgrade the lights on the Mustang because these things put it to shame. But to do the job, this thing will do everything my Mustang will do. It will lift higher and it will lift heavier. And it will travel over the ground a bit faster. But other than that, it won't do anything more than my Mustang. So, and there are definitely some things my old machine will do better than this, mainly because it's smaller. I can get into smaller spaces. This is 20% bigger than my Mustang. So yeah, so I have to be very wary. It's definitely longer. When I was moving the straw up the tunnel there, I would have struggled to move the first layer of bales because, well, I was worried about actually barking the back of this thing on a gate, taking the paint off. I didn't want to do that. This isn't my machine. So anyway, so that's kind of it for this afternoon. Very short bit on the farm. I'm going to take the GoPro up to Westonbirt Arboretum. I will try and video some stuff on that. I'll see what it comes out like. I'm going to have to slow the frame speed right down to probably 25 feet per second or something. Just give the exposure that little bit longer. I'll go into the settings of the camera, see if I can get it to work a little bit better in the dark. I think this one's got more settings than my old GoPro 8. I'll have to play with that. If that doesn't work, I might video some on my phone. So this isn't probably the end of the video, I hope. Yeah, cue Westonbirt Arboretum and Christmas lights.
Sleigh bells ring, there's old cars
Amelia.
What do we call Amelia?
Amelia. I call you that when you're naughty. So they got a bigger mole problem than me, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
Yeah. Bloody moles. My old level 3 classroom. Beyond those doors. Look, there's some slush. No, that's wet. That's wet. Nasty.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.